Okay, this is where I'm ending today. I still have things I want to attach, and so I don't want my clay, my projects to get too dry, because then I will not be able to attach anything. Now, if you're at the point where you're not going to attach any more clay, but you want to do some carving, you're going to kind of package this up a little differently. First, this clay, this chunk is still good. I didn't really touch this piece of it, and so I am going to put this chunk into my tub where my good clay is going to go. And when you put it in here, you can put a wet paper towel in there. They do not need to be touching. Sometimes kids get a towel really wet and then they wrap their clay. Well, then that clay becomes too mushy. So I'm just going to set this in there. I'm going to use a spray bottle. I'm just going to give it a spritz. Didn't even really spritz the clay, just spritz the container. And then I'm going to put the lid on it tight. Hear it snap. And this tub is now going in my cubby. Okay, that moisture is going to stay in there. Now this little piece of clay, I had squished it a bunch. It's kind of starting to crumble. I'm going to throw that in my baggie. And I'm also going to give that a spritz. Then I'm going to seal it. The clay in the baggie, you're going to end up wedging and reusing. So it's okay to put a spritz of water in there. Okay. My slip container, I'm going to put the lid on. Any tools I didn't use, I'm going to just put in here. Didn't use this one. I didn't use that. Any tool that I did use, I'm going to go clean off in the sink. I want to get all the extra clay off of it. I want to wash out my slip brush really well, and then they can go into the container once they're washed. Now, if you want your clay to be leather hard, you want to carve when you come back in a couple of days. You don't need to put any moisture in here. You're just going to take it, put this into this bag, and seal it up. But I have, my clay is starting to crack. I'm going to want to smooth that out. I'm going to attach some more things to the inside. And so I have some wet paper towels, and I could gently drape it over. I'm just going to kind of tuck them onto this tray. And then carefully, and this is where you might need like some help, I am going to tuck this into this bag, and when I go and put it on my shelf, I don't want to leave it open. That's going to get air in there. I'm going to kind of bunch it, and I'm going to set it on my shelf with this tucked underneath. My tools, they're going to be washed, so I'm going to leave my toolkit open in my cubby, and everything else will go into my cubby.